Okay, first of all, I got to thank the online system like YouTube, where you can go, you can Google and actually see how things are done. But this is my truck, and unfortunately, I have been having some issues with my brakes for the longest time, and this has to do with me actually even taking it to a professional mechanic store, and believe it or not, twice they've messed it up. And thanks to the online thing, because like they say, no one is old enough to learn. And what has really happened here is like I've actually gone out there and looked at the video and see why is it that I keep changing my brakes so ever so often. And what it is, which I'm going to explain to you guys, because I've actually done this side. And a lot of people, if you can do brakes, I don't need to show you how to take things off. But in this Ford One F50 is so easy. The rear is easy, the front is easy. They're both cakes. But safety is also an issue. So remember, if you're doing it like me, DIY, always have a jack. That's, I think, is a that's a 4 or 5 ton jack. I'm not too sure. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a guy who likes to mess around with my vehicles. And also a stand is also important as well. Okay. Now, this was the issue. 2 mechanical stores actually had the same problem. And believe it or not, they did the same thing and they charged me X amount of money. This is the brakes that I just taken out. I don't know if you guys can see it, okay, because you can see how much the brakes has won. Okay, because what the reason is, they were explaining this online, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what it is too. Right? The brake pads, they have ears. The guy called it Garfield ears. Okay, you see the groove here, because actually it wasn't pointing to it, so I was wondering whether it was actually hair or ears, you know, but it's actually ears, like in an animal or you as a human being. You see the air there? That's it. That's what it means. So you could see that this was done in a professional store. They charged me over $500 for this brake job, right? And they still made a mistake. And this is about the 3rd time they made this mistake. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the brakes, what actually supposed to be, because I've just installed that one and we're going to go back to it. This is how you match the brakes. Okay, this one, it has no ears, it's smooth now. It comes on the outside. This one with the groove or whatever you call it, it goes on the inside, and that's what the guy mentioned, the ears. Okay, these are what is it now? These are these brakes. I'm not advertising them, they're not paying me any money to advertise, but it's like I'm just showing you what I'm actually installing on my vehicle. And one of the things that I've always mentioned, DIY is such a best thing for you to do. Okay, so you could see this goes on the outside. It has no ears like this one, right? And the ones with the ears goes on the inside, so that way you're going to have even wear and your brake is not going to be getting so hot. Check this out. Look at the rotor. Look at the condition of the rotor. See how it gouged the rotor, because it was all done wrong. This thing has not been installed no more than 6 weeks that they charged me X amount of money for it. And guess what? Because you put the wrong one on the outside, you see the difference of the rotor at the surface, and the inside that has the right one, you see the rotor is still good. Okay, and very likely you're going to see the same thing on the other side, because why? It wasn't installed correctly. These are not the matching pairs. They both have ears. It's not correct, and this is what they installed. That's how they installed it, and this is like the 3rd time, and that's why DIY is so good. Now you see I've installed this. I've actually done the piston, the calipers. I've actually put some grease in it, you know, so the brake has been installed. Safety, safety, safety when you install brakes, and these are the new rotors as well. So always bear in mind when you do stuff, safety, like I said, with the jack and everything. But this brake stuff has been going on for a while, and like I said, 3 mechanical stores, established brick and mortar, they've actually messed my brakes up. And this is like in a year, this is the 3rd time, and I blame myself for being so bloody lazy, because I should have done it myself, which I can do. Tools that you require, simple tools. You need a 13 mil. You need a G-clamp, maybe a hard-duty screwdriver, a nice bar, a torque wrench, which you really don't need. These are all the tools I use today. But I mean, like I say, it's no big deal. You don't really need all these. I mean, it's a preference. Some of them you don't really need, you know. And of course, if you so desire, you can have your spider. But these are the tools that are required to do this job. And it's cake. It's really cake job. If you've done brakes before, this is cake. It's one of the easiest jobs you can ever do in a car. So long as you have a jack or a safety stand, you can do it. But I had to point this out today because this was, I'm not going to name names, but it's been like 3 established auto repair companies that have made this mistake. 3 times they made it. And another thing that was happening to me, like the brake will be when you're stopping, and obviously because the caliper is kicked out, like the video said, it's not sitting in place. And good thing it never destroyed my rim. Let's take a look at the rim and see whether it destroyed it or not. But I hope it didn't, you know. And these are the things. Okay, thank God there was no destruction on the inside of the rim, because that's where it will actually wear. But again, people, remember, we come back to the brakes. This is wrong. They both have ears. They don't go in. They go in like that. One side is going to be smooth, round, and the other one's going to have the ear. Now I'm about to do the other side, and hopefully, I hope this video is kind of informative, because a lot of times when people do videos, it's not like they don't do it right, but what you're looking for, they never show you. So if you're looking to do your brakes on a Ford F-150, mine is a 2011 SXT. Remember, when you install the brakes, the one with the ears goes on the inside with this kind of groove or canopy or whatever you call it, right? Or mounting goes on the inside. This one is wrong, and this is the mistake that they do all the time. They put the same brake pad in the same place, and you go to the mechanic, they take your money, and they say goodbye. Okay, but they mess your stuff up, and you have to come around and do it yourself. And if you can do it, it's always best to do it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. But I had to make the video because I'm really fed up. And I know these mechanics, they, you know, it's like, it's a joke though. You don't have good ones anymore.